Alright guys, welcome back to another Appa Omnia video where we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a little bit of fun and we are going to predict what could Noel and Enna Kros get with their upcoming reworks and Noel's FR with Enna Kros BT with the upcoming Intersecting Wheels event that's going to be dropping for Enna Kros. Now, this event is going to be dropping on the 15th, so we should be seeing some type of showcases on Tuesday, the 14th. So OPOP Burst may be dropping either tomorrow, Sunday the 12th, or if not, on Monday the 13th. So before that even happens, I figured let's have a little bit of fun between myself and my community, and let's predict on what possible changes these two characters are going to be getting. Now, I feel like Noel, because he is the last character to get force enhancements, I feel like he's going to be getting a pretty big change. So we're going to be focusing more, or not really focusing, but we're going to be talking more about his kit and the possibilities of what possible changes he could be getting. And then with Enna Kros, I don't feel like she's going to be getting too much changes, but we'll go over why I feel like she's not going to be getting too much, and then we'll make some predictions on what she's going to be getting with her BT effect. So if you guys want to participate in this, feel free to do so in the comment section below. If this gets enough comments, feedback, so on and so forth, I guess we can continue doing this for future characters who we know are going to be getting reworks and whatnot, before we find out what exactly they are gonna be getting. So yeah, feel free to comment down in the comment section below what you think these characters are gonna be getting. I know that the obvious things for both of these characters more than likely is going to be that they're gonna get additional HP attacks within their abilities or whatever it is they're gonna be getting. But you know, I figured just for the fun aspect of it, let's go ahead and talk about it. So let's go ahead and start off with Noel. Now, Noel, we already know he has not been touched at all since he got his BT weapon, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he is behind in a lot. So if we take a look at his skills real quick, his skill 1 only deals 1 HP attack, and that's it. His skill 2, 1 HP attack as well, except for the plus version deals 2. So that's a big change. His EX ability does 5 HP attacks in total. Excuse me, the plus version deals 6 HP attacks, because more than likely we're going to be having the plus version to his kit. So we're going to take a look at that at least. His LD ability is going to be dealing only deals 2 HP attacks. Wow. And then his follow-up only deals 1 HP attacks. That's crazy. And then when we take a look at his BT effect, gives him a EX recast gauge rated by 50%, so every other turn he'll have access to his EX ability. He does grant himself free ability uses, and then whenever you are inflicting or attacking an enemy afflicted with break, the party gains a 50% brave damage up and a 30% HP damage up, and just in general the party is going to be getting a 50% brave damage cap up. So yeah, I mean, we can start right here and with his BT effect. So his BT effect has no HP damage cap up, so more than likely they are going to give him that. I think the minimum nowadays for most characters in JP is 30%, so more than likely that's probably what they are going to give him. I don't know if they would actually add any more to it. The only other thing that I could see that they could possibly add to his BT effect would be maybe held brave, like depending on the amount of brave that you deal, some of that brave you can actually hold back, so you'll be able to retain some brave. It's either that or honestly, I don't even know at this point. The other possibility that they could do is that instead of this EX recast gauge, or basically his EX ability gets charged up every other turn, they could possibly give him the Squall effect, where it makes his BT effect, not BT effect, it makes his EX ability pretty much ready to be used every single turn that he has. So they could actually give him the Squall treatment. Then if we take a look at his LD ability, for his LD ability, I feel like they could probably go at most maybe 5 HP attacks in total. His follow-up, I do feel like they could probably go maybe at most 3 HP attacks, maybe 3 or 4. You never know, because nowadays with most characters in JP, they do tend to have it at the minimum like 3, even though there have been a few characters that they did not mess with their follow-up attacks or trap attacks or whatever. But I feel like with Noel, seeing as how he has not been touched in years, I don't know, I feel pretty confident saying that they could probably give him at least, at the minimum, 3 HP attacks. If they gave them 2, if they only gave him 2 HP attacks, then I don't know. Depending on how many HP attacks his other skills would get, maybe I'd be okay with his follow-up only having 2, but I do feel like they will probably go up to 3. If they go even higher than that, then hey, that's even better. I would not complain about that. I don't think nobody will complain about that. If you take a look at his EX ability, if you take a look at the Plus version, 6 HP attacks, something tells me they may not mess with that. If they do, they might just add an additional HP attack. Maybe they might make it so that it'll deal full HP damage instead of the 80% splash damage. But if they don't do that, then that 80% splash damage could make it so that it could trigger on every HP attack that Noel does. So that could also be a possibility as well. With his skill 2, it's a single target HP attack. It doesn't deal any splash damage. I just realized that. So they could actually add some splash damage to that. So with that being the case, then more than likely they will probably jump up to maybe 4 or 5 HP attacks on that one. And then for his skill 2, his skill 2 is an AoE attack with splash damage as well. So more than likely, depending on... Well, at least like depending on like some of like the recent characters that have gotten a rework. Like take example like Gobez. Gobez's single target attack is like a lot of HP attacks. Like I think it was like 8 to 10, something like that. And then his AoE, which I think was his skill 2, they only gave him 5. So they could possibly give him a Gobez rework where his skill 2 could probably do maybe 8 to 10 HP attacks, and then his AoE skill 1 could possibly do maybe up to 5. But I don't know. I might be pushing it. They could do something different because of the fact that with Noel, I mean, he does have a good constant way to be able to break the enemies. So I mean, they might help hold back a little bit with him. But I do feel like with him not being reworked and God knows how long, I feel pretty confident that they will give him a really strong rework. So overall, for what I've said, like his skill 1, I would say about 4 to 5 HP attacks. His skill 2 probably between like let's be a little bit realistic and go with like between 6 to 10 HP attacks, maybe 6 to 8 at most. His EX ability, I feel like, may not be touched, but if they do, it's either they will make it so that it will deal full HP damage, or if not, splash damage on every single HP attack. And if they do decide to add an additional HP attack, then maybe they'll go up to like maybe 7 or 8. His LD ability, I could see them going to like maybe about 4 and 5. And then his follow-up, hopefully they will add more HP attacks, and if they do, I would think that maybe at most that they would probably give him 3. And then his BT effect, of course, they would give him HP damage cap up for the party. Maybe they might break away from this BT, I guess like this specific line of like inflicting or attacking an enemy afflicted with break per individual. But at the same time though, with how Noel's kits work, I don't feel like they will get rid of that. But hopefully they will add like maybe more overflow for the party, and then a HP damage cap up. I mean, what they could also do with the HP damage cap up is that whenever anybody is inflicting or attacking an enemy afflicted with break, then maybe they could add additional HP damage cap up to that as well. So that could also be a possibility. When it comes to his FR, I don't know who his FR partner is going to be. Like I am kind of out of the loop there because I've not played FF13, so I am not, or not FF13, but FF13 2. So I'm not entirely sure like what's going to happen with that in terms of his FR partner. If you guys want to predict that as well in the comments, you can. You're more than welcome to. But I do feel like with his FR conditions, I think one of them is going to be that the enemy either gets broken or is already in a broken state, will more than likely be one of the conditions. I don't know what exactly his second condition could be, HP, maybe dealing melee damage, because I do believe most of his skills are, or all of his skills are melee damage. So that could also be a possible second condition for his FR. So hopefully hopefully the percentages for that will be good as well. The other thing that I do want to add to the possibility is that maybe they will add a HP damage cap while his FR is active. So that could also be a possibility as well. So we'll see. But hopefully when the next OP gets announced and we get an idea of like what his FR is going to be, and then when it comes to his rework, hopefully they'll announce that as well, but we'll have to wait and see. If not, we're going to have to wait for the showcases on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll get a better idea of like what No is going to get. But that's what I think No is going to be getting. Now with Enna Kros, with her, I do feel like she's not going to get too much changes when it comes to her skills that she already has right now. So her skill 1 deals 3 HP attacks. I feel like they might increase that to 4 or 5 HP attacks because it is an AoE HP attack. When it comes to her skill 2, it is also an AoE, so they might increase that to 4 or 5. We're going to have to wait and see on that. Her EX ability deals 4 HP attacks, and then it also grants that overhead as well. Now, with the damage output, I feel like they could probably increase this to about maybe 6 to 8 HP attacks. And then with the overhead, they may actually consider increasing the amount of stacks that we get with that whole overhead, seeing as how that overhead is very, very important. So they could possibly do that as well. With her LD ability, her LD deals 8 HP attacks, and it also grants the overhead as well. So they might also increase the amount that we are able to grant ourselves whenever we are using our LD ability. And then when it comes to the HP attacks, I don't really think that they would actually increase the amount of HP dumps that her LD does. If they do, I would actually be really, really surprised. But I don't think that they would actually like change anything related to that. Her FR, I don't think they would increase the percentages, but hey, I could be wrong. The one thing that I will say is that maybe, and this is going into her BT effect, I do think that with her BT effect, they may actually grant the possibility that the BT effect could grant Holy and Dark Enchant. That could also be a really strong possibility, seeing as how her BT effect, or not BT effect, her FR conditions, 2 of them, is to use either Holy or Dark Enchant. So that could be a strong possibility. The other thing that I was going to add to her BT effect, aside from like the generic stuff that they add with BT effects nowadays in JP, is that they could make it so that her overhead does not decrease at all. And if that's the case, then maybe they might make her BT effect short, or they might actually give it at the minimum like 8 turns. But if they do make it short, because of how powerful she is, and the crazy setups that we make it so that we can have Enna Kros like literally deal like an insane amount of damage, I mean, the possibilities are definitely there where they could make that BT effect short. But again, I mean, the chances of that, you know, it could be 50-50 at this point. But like, seeing as how she is already a strong character, and I do see some JP runs here and there of players still using Enna Kros, I mean, what could they possibly do to her aside from like the few things that I have mentioned in this video? So I do feel like those 2 things are a pretty strong possibility, that either that her overhead stacks will not go down, and it could also grant Party Dark and Holy Enchant. So that could be a possibility. Maybe with the HP damage cap, they could maybe add a much higher cap because of the fact that she already caps as such a tremendous HP damage cap whenever she calls freaking big old robot in. So the possibilities are definitely there, but I am curious to see what they are going to do with Enna Kros. She is gonna be insane. Like I feel like she's gonna be the next Astos. I do feel pretty confident that's the possibility. They are probably going to make her on par, if not better than Astos. But we're gonna have to wait and see, because Astos is pretty busted. I try not to use him because like he is like that stupid good with like the amount of like damage that he does overall. So if Enna Kros is gonna be like that, then you know, those are going to be like two strong options that I can definitely have, depending on like what type of Shinryu we are going to be going up against. So we're going to have to wait and see. I don't know if like Square is trying to prepare us for future fights where either the enemies are going to have higher HP or if they're going to start increasing the difficulty at some point. And so now they're trying to give us some really, really strong characters. So anything can happen at this point when it comes to Enna Kros. We're gonna have to wait and see. But I don't know, man. Like I said, the possibilities are definitely there for both of these two characters. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below on my predictions of what these characters could potentially get. Again, if you want to comment down in the comment section below what you think these characters are going to be getting, when it comes to the reworks, Noel's FR, and then Enna Kros' BT. Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. And of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.